What's going on, guys? This is Elite Killer and I am back in the UK. I'm back on YouTube and this is my first build video 1.8.3 Alphabridge DPS smack bitches, drop people, killer build. Is that what it is? I don't know. But anyway, this build, as you can see from the stats, it is made for a squad. So if your role is the DPS or your role is to drop players, then this is the build you want to be running. If you've got a good healer, shield, final measure, etc., they're going to keep you alive. It's going to be good. This is going to be really important in a team, especially now the time to kill is pretty bad in the game since the nerf to striker and etc. This build is not to be run solo, as I've mentioned. I wouldn't run this solo because the heal etc is not good. So let's get into the build video here. So first of all, I'm going to go with the chest piece. So I've got Alphabridge chest piece, rolled for firearms, it's maxed out firearms, have enemy armor damage, health and ammo capacity. Now with this, the enemy armor damage, you can switch that up, it's not really important. Exotic damage resilient, oh you fucking... What's going on, guys? This is your boy Elite Killer and I am back in the UK from Spain. I'm back streaming, I'm back on YouTube now. It's been 7 months since I uploaded a proper video. So this is my first build video. I've been using this build for the last few days. It works very well in a team. I wouldn't recommend running this solo, but if you've got a dedicated healer or a dedicated squad and you work well together, this is definitely a good DPS build. It does crit quite well and drops players quite quickly. So getting into the build, we're going to go for the chest piece. It's an Alphabridge chest piece rolled for firearms. So that's max firearms, it's got enemy armor damage, health and ammo capacity. Now with the enemy armor damage, you can change that to exotic damage resilience if you like, or skill haste, or any of the others. It's not really important to me, mine's just rolled for enemy armor damage. Now the mods that I have on this are stamina mods with crit chance. As you can see, the bottom mod there is only 254, so I can get a little bit more there, but that's not really going to make a huge difference. So stamina with crit chance. Now going into the mask, we have a Alphabridge mask rolled for firearms, crit chance and burn resistance. I put burn resistance because I've been facing a lot of fire turrets recently. So burn resistance is kind of a little bit important to me at the moment because I seem to be getting shredded by fire turrets. So that's just to combat that. Now with this mod, it's a firearms mod with crit chance. Again, it's not a max firearms mod, but it's only 4 off, so it's not really that important. The knee pads, I'm running Alphabridge knee pads, of course. Firearms again, crit damage, burn resistance, as I said before, disrupt resistance and shock resistance. And the mods that I am running on this is firearms crit chance and then pulse critical hit damage. Obviously we're going to run a pulse with this build. Now the backpack is Alphabridge also, firearms maxed, crit damage, ammo capacity. I am then going to run a stamina crit chance mod and then 2 pulse critical hit chance mods. So when you pop that pulse, you're going to get 2% on each mod more. We're going to go for the gloves now. I'm running Savage gloves, of course, for the critical hit chance. It's increased by 7% against targets out of cover. Then I've gone crit damage, SMG damage and crit hit chance. You're going to see I'm running 2 SMGs with this build and I'll tell you why in a second. On the holster, we're an Alphabridge holster, maxed out again with crit chance. And the mod on there is a pulse critical hit chance again. Now going to the weapons, obviously Alphabridge, I'll go through the perks you're going to get. So 2 set, you're going to get 100% health regen. Now that health regen only kicks in, I believe, when you're out of combat, but it brings your health all the way back up. So if you are moving around, you've got some time between the battles, the fights, then your health will regen 100%. Set bonus 3 is 5% weapon damage, which is important. 4, which is really good, if your primary and secondary weapon is of the same category, so 2 SMGs or 2 assault rifles, they share the free talent. All talents required are ignored for all weapon talents. So basically the free talent is the third talent on your weapon. So your secondary, you're going to want to have a good talent on the last slot. And then the set bonus 5 is 25% more health regen, and then 10% weapon damage. So you've got 15% weapon damage overall. I personally don't run a 6-piece because your signatures are not effective for your team, and theirs are not effective for you. So if you do get dropped, they can't revive you with a signature skill. Now going into the weapons, I am running a house as my primary. 23% crit chance, 26.2k weapon damage. That's without the booster shot or the card counter, etc. I have deadly, vicious, card counter, and then you get the fourth one, which is your free slot in your secondary weapon, which is responsive. So I've got deadly, vicious, responsive, and card counter. Now people may argue responsive, you have to be a bit too close to put on unforgiving, etc. But I find that this works well for me, especially with the vicious. If you've got a healer, you'll most likely have more than 2 segments of health, so you'll get that extra crit chance. The secondary weapon, I don't really care what was on this, but I did put dominant on to reduce the skills, adept just because I couldn't have anything else, and responsive obviously because I wanted that on the house. Now looking at the weapon mods for the house, I have 18% crit hit damage, 5.5% headshot damage, and 2.5% crit chance. Now really, that should be this one. So that's a mistake. But hey, so we've got 19% crit damage, 5.5 headshot damage, 3% crit chance. On the grip, 19% crit damage, 2.5% accuracy, 4.5% optimal range. Now this, as long as if you got that crit damage, I don't really care what the other two come in as. You can have reload speed and stability if you like, or there's some other options there as well. Extended magazine, I've gone for the 120% mag size, 4% crit damage, 5.6% rate of fire. I could go a little bit more on the mag size, but it doesn't affect the actual mag. That 1% doesn't actually affect it, so you're maxed out on that anyway. I've used this more for the rate of fire. And then the optics, we have got 19% crit damage, 2.5% crit chance, and 6% headshot damage. I do sort of tend to aim for the chest and go up to the head, so the headshot damage is quite relevant for me and how I play. As you can see, the build, the firearms 8,271, stamina 4,808, and electronics 2,961, which is the lowest. You can see the DPS is 571,000 without card counter. With card counter, that goes up to about 640, I believe. And then with a booster shot and some buffs, I can get it up to around 800,000. The toughness is 407,000. Like I say, this is not a solo build. You will have to keep moving. You're going to have good movement and be able to get healed and survive. And then the skill power is 88,000, which is not going to give us much. So weapon damage 26,248. You've then got 57.5% crit chance, which is really important. And then a maxed out crit damage 136%, headshot damage 62%. And all the rest is quite irrelevant, to be honest. I'm not after skill haste, I'm not after any of this. So that's pretty much irrelevant for me. Now with this build, I am running a pulse, a damage pulse, which is an extra 13.3% crit chance and 11.7% crit damage. Cooldown is 56 seconds, which is not very good at all. However, like I say, you're going to run it in a team, so you should be okay with getting pulses and heals. And then I'm going to run booster shot. This obviously gives me a stack and gives me a buff on the damage for the weapon, which helps a lot. It's not about the heal, it doesn't hardly heal, it doesn't even heal one segment, probably half a segment it will heal. And then I run the blue, the survivor link in a team. Depending, I can switch that up to the green. I never really run attack link. I just do green or blue. But that's my role in the team. For the talents, I've got adrenaline, of course, to keep the pred away. I then have critical save, so using a med kit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds, which helps out a lot. And then combat medic, because I use this in a team. You obviously want to be healing your team as well as yourself when you use your med kits. I'd advise all of the team to use that. And then I use on the move. It's because I strafe while I shoot. I don't really stand still and shoot. I'm always moving, so it's going to give me a reduce income damage by 15%. So that is the build, guys. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments section below. I will be back now regularly streaming and also bringing you more build videos. I'm working on another build as we speak, but this is what I've been using for a while now. I want to know your opinions, guys, on Division 2. So in the comments below, if you could comment one thing that you would like to see in Division 2 that is not in Division 1. So one thing you'd like to see in Division 2, not in Division 1. If you put that in the comments below, it'll be interesting to read all of your opinions, and I'll tweet out some of the opinions as well and copy in some of the devs from the game. So hopefully we can get something done. So for me, I'll give you mine. Mine is bring back friendly fire. So I want friendly fire back in the dark zone, because I think it's quite unfair at the moment for rogues. If you go rogue, you don't really gain much. You might as well just hunt rogues. You get the same rewards. So it's not really viable now to go rogue, even though I do go rogue because I love PvP. And to be honest, nobody else really goes rogue in the dark zone. Everyone just stands around looking at each other. A whole server just staring at each other and not doing anything, just waiting for one person to go rogue so 20 players can shoot them. So yeah, so friendly fire for me is really important. But guys, that's it for the build video. I'm going to attach some clips now just so you can see the build in action. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, buddy. Come on, get some, get some, get some.
Every day we're getting it. Hey, check it. Put the place up. Yeah, we know what we made of. Can't get enough of you, boo. I'm a chaser. Face up. Now I feel a little major. Blink of an eye. Ego, I'ma take her. Shake her. Yeah, she was a born shaker. She shake me out that door to no place. Damn, why you doing all that? Thought you was my wife, but you stabbed me in the back. Something like a rose when we came out there. We settled facts like Da Vinci. I'm breaking codes, so breaking backs. Come on, get your ass up if you're slipping. Put another smile like it was the last Christmas.
Put your hands in the air, we'll be alright.
That's right.
You keep messing up my mind, but I love your style. And I'm loving your lips like a candy bar. I ain't kidding, I just wanna have ya. Ain't kidding, I just gotta have ya. Girl, you're like an uncut diamond. Every time when you put your smile on, really wanna get to know you better. Loving every minute we're together. A queen to be. If I pop the question on my knees, cause you kill a competition. Got a body divine with a vision. Wanna see you move, hurry up before I lose, I'm addicted to your hot kiss. I can't take it no more. Put your hands in the air, we'll be alright. You keep messing up my mind, but I love your style. And I'm loving your lips like a candy bar. I ain't kidding, I just wanna have ya. Ain't kidding, I just gotta have ya.
Hey, find me in the bar, I ain't going outside. In this cold ass winter, gotta roll up and out. See it from afar, got my thoughts in the sky. Where we used to kiss, sunshine, shit, and why you gotta call me every day, pretend you're my baby. I see more real out there lately, it's crazy. Yeah, we could be the same as we claim in this kingdom shit and keep it tame. Come on, baby girl, we're not the same. Two different speeds, but we keep it one lane. Yeah, what goes around comes around. Keep 100, y'all. Do this for my soul like a dawn, but still you on.
Put your hands in the air, we'll be alright. Oh, you keep messing up my mind, but I love your style. No, I'm loving your lips like a candy bar. I ain't kidding, I just wanna have ya. Ain't kidding, I just gotta have ya. Yeah, starting with a little small talk. People whistling from the sidewalk. I just wanna spend some time together, and this night will keep on getting better. We step into the club, I can feel the room is full of love. Cause you play the top division, we'll be running the night, it's a mission. Yeah, wanna see you move, yeah. Hurry up before I lose, yeah. Cause I'm addicted to your hot kiss, and I can't take it no more. Put your hands in the air, we'll be alright. You keep messing up my mind, but I love your style. And I'm loving your lips like a candy bar. I ain't kidding, I just wanna have ya. Ain't kidding, I just gotta have ya.
Yeah, fancy bands. Hey, today, making history.
Ain't messing around, girl. No, I want you. You know that I do.
Talk it through.